Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful that I am out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. And his lesson is going to be going into something I touched on last night, just about how the true believers, man, we've had to suffer in times past, and we will, and even in this time, some of us will have to suffer. Well, all of us really will have to suffer for Yahweh Shai's namesake, of a standing, you see, and boldness on behalf of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see? So I just want to go in and get into it. We're going to start here in James 5 and 10. It says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering affliction." You see that? And of patience. This is what it is, man. That's what serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai comes with in this wicked world. It comes with us having to suffer affliction. You see? And not only the prophets, but those who believe upon the words of the prophets. And it all goes into what? A test of faith. Verse 11 says what? "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy." Exactly. And he will reward us for standing boldly for his name, man. For standing boldly for righteousness. Let's get Hebrews 11. Now I want to start right here in Hebrews 11 and 35. It says, "Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection." Now in my 1611 King James Bible, that precept there that they have there is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 7. So that's what we're going to get into. After we finish this, we're going to go into the account of the 7 brothers and their mother. And I touched on that a little bit last night about us having to stand boldly for righteousness' sake, man, and be willing to die for it. You see, knowing and understanding that like our forefathers before us, knowing and understanding that we're going to obtain a better resurrection for standing in faith for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Now let's see what else these true believers suffered on behalf of the Lord, man. It says, Hebrews 11 and 36, "And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned." We were talking about Stephen last night. Stephen was stoned to death for righteousness' sake, man. You see? They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts, and in mountains, and in dens and caves of the earth. So these are some of the things that the true believers of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai have endured because of what? Because of the faith that has been bestowed upon them. Now, when we go here to Second Esdras, chapter 7, and we'll start at verse 1. We'll read this whole thing, man. I'm sorry, not Second Esdras. What am I thinking about? Salakia. Second Maccabees 7. Salakia. And we're going to read this whole chapter because it shows how far some of us may take it if we find ourselves in this situation. And this is a good, insight to have to see what our righteous forefathers have done, you see, and girding up their loins as a man and standing boldly for the names of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. You see, so this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 1. Now this is the time of us being in the Greek captivity upon the Esau, you see. And they were coming down upon the house of Israel with great wrath, as they're going to do in this time. So this is not far-fetched to think that some of these same things may happen to some of us here in the times to come. You see? Once again, Great Millstone is not a camp to try to sugarcoat anything for you or to act as if there's no tribulation coming or we're not going to have to go through anything, man. We know and understand fully what's written in these scriptures. We know and understand fully that some of us will have to suffer these things, man. So we get our minds prepared, you see, for those different situations, just in case we find ourselves in them. You see that? Now, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1. It says, "It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken, and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips." So this is what? This is the heathen trying to get us to rebel against our power by having us eat swine's flesh, which is against our law, man. You see? And they were scourged and whipped. I mean, they were beaten, right? These are some of the things that our forefathers suffered for standing for righteousness. And we're going to find ourselves in similar situations for standing for righteousness here in these last days. Verse 2 says what? "But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers." And we got to be in that same spirit. We got to be ready to die rather than cast away our confidence, rather than cast away our faith and believing in Yahweh Shai, man. You see? Some of us will have to take it there. Verse 3 says what? "Then the king, being in a rage," Esau throwing the temper tantrum as he does. "Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on." So they were watching as their brother was being mutilated, man, at the hands of these damn Edomites. The mother was right there witnessing as well. Verse 5 says what? Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him being yet alive to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus. And this is what we do, man. You see, we exhort one another, we edify one another to have us in that right frame of mind, man. You see, this is why brothers make all these different videos. You see, building ourselves up in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So when we do face these type of situations, we know and understand how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. We know and understand how we're supposed to move in the spirit. You see, girding up our loins as man and standing 10 toes down for righteousness' sake through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Now it goes on to say, verse 6, "The Lord power looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock, and when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, Wilt thou eat? before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body. There it is. They were torturing them, man. They scalped them. And that goes into what's said in Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. You see, you shall have tribulation 10 days. We could be finding ourselves in there being tortured to denounce Yahweh Shah. You see? But what was the answer of this brother? Verse 8 says what? But he answered in his own language and said, No. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order as the former did. You see that? He stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, man, and refused to go along with the madness that Esau was coming with. We have to be in the same spirit, man. And in the sight of everybody outside of us, it's going to look like we're crazy. But we know and understand exactly why we're doing what we're doing, man. We understand and know the faith and hope that we have within us. You see, and what comes with standing in great boldness for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah's namesake. Verse 9 says what? And when he was at the last gasp, he said, Thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws unto everlasting life. And there it is. You got to understand that, man. You see? You can't act like we're beyond being a part of the prophecies that we have to be martyrs for the truth, man. You got to understand fully, and be fully resolved in your mind to just endure, understanding and knowing that everlasting life is coming. You see? Verse 10 goes on to say, After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, These I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Because what we have a different type of hope in us, man. We know that this life that we live now is not the end all be all for us. We know and understand, according to what we find written in these scriptures, according to what the Most High has promised our family, our lineage. You see, we have something everlasting coming. And that includes these bodies that we're in. We have a new body coming. You see, we're going to receive new bodies, man. That's why it tells us that what? Revelation 12 and 11, there it is. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, you see, Yahweh Shai's sacrifice, and by the word of their testimony, which is the word of the Most High God, Yahweh, and they loved not their lives unto death. You see that? We have to be willing to take it there, to be ready to throw away this wicked, corruptible flesh if it comes down to that. You see, and not feel no type of way about it, knowing and understanding that the Most High has promised us better. You see? That includes a better body, a better existence. You see? Everlasting life. Complete righteousness, everlasting glory, everlasting riches. These are all things that the Most High has promised to give unto us. You see, but we must continue to what? We must continue to endure and fight for righteousness' sake, man. Just like our forefathers before us. Now it goes on to say, verse 12. 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 11, it says, And said courageously, These I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them. And that's how we got to be about our life on this side. If you're going to take my, hey, do it. You see, because we going to continue to stand for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see? And we won't be the first, man, to take that stance. Go back and look at our history, man. Our history is full of martyrs. You see, dying for righteousness' sake. Being persecuted for righteousness' sake. You see? And if we continue to endure, man, we'll find ourselves in great company. Now it goes on to say, and from him I hope to receive them again, verse 12, insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. Because what? We know this shit is temporary. See, pain is just for this condition that we're in now. Pain doesn't exist for Israelites in the kingdom of heaven. Pain doesn't exist for Israelites once we get those new bodies. All that's going to be taken away from us. And we know that that's what's coming next because the Most High promised it, and it will be fulfilled according to what he's spoken. Now, verse 13 says what? Now, when this man was dead, also they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. And so when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. You see that? See, we have a different type of hope in us, man. We have a hope of being raised up if we have to perish from this flesh. Don't it tell us that the dead in Yahweh shall be raised up first? So we die in our faith in Yahweh, man, we're gonna be raised up. It don't stop with this flesh perishing, man. You see? And that's why it tells us in Wisdom of Solomon that our hope is full of immortality. This is a hope that Esau doesn't have. That's why he pushes his motto of YOLO, you only live once, and do as thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? We only have one life to live, so forth and so on, because they have no hope of immortality. They have no hope of resurrection to life. You see? But we do, man. Now it goes on to say, verse 15, afterward they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, oh man. And I know this was pissing Esau off the entire time because he was trying to shake Jake's spirit, but there's nothing that can be done because the Most High was pouring the spirit heavy upon these brothers, man. And he's going to do the same thing for us here in these times. Just like he poured his spirit heavy upon all the prophets of time past. So 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 16 says, then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High. Exactly. And the Most High tells you that all throughout the scriptures, man. Let's get that real quick. Let's get it in Isaiah 41. This is Isaiah 41 and 8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham my friend. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. The Israelites have not been casted away by the Most High, man. And this is why you see us being raised up here in these last days, because the Most High is preparing to bring us into everything that he promised to bring us into. It's just a certain way that we have to go, and that way is through what? The straight gate, which causes us to have to be persecuted for righteousness' sake. That causes some of us to have to lay our life down as martyrs on behalf of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to prove our faith. You see? And it's okay. We haven't been forsaken, man. Verse 17 says what? But abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed. And that's exactly what we're telling Esau. You see, you think you're doing so much to us, but we're about to come back in a state of glory that you never seen before, man. We're about to come back in we're coming into our godhood. You see, and once we come into the fullness of our glory, there's nothing but torment that awaits you Edomites, man. You see? You devils are going to be tormented. Verse 18. After him also they brought the six who being ready to die said, Be not deceived without cause. For we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our power. Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us. And that's exactly why we go through what we go through. You see? Esau think that he's down here just doing this because he has the power to. No, man. The Most High is allowing you to do this. You see, so you can fulfill all the prophecies he said that you will fulfill. And when you've done everything the Most High created you to do, you're going to be disposed of. You see, the Most High allowed you to have control over the earth, to fulfill that blessing that you received from my forefather Isaac. He allowed you to have rulership over the Israelites because what? It was our punishment for breaking the covenant of the Most High. You see, but now that's coming to an end, and we're being taken out of this lower state, being taken from captivity up under you, to be put on top where the Most High always wanted us to be. You see, it wasn't that the Most High was with you. He just had his prophecies coming to pass. And now that time is coming to an end, and you devils are going down. This explains why we suffer everything we suffer through as a nation. We're being punished, but now our punishment is coming to an end because we've received double at the hand of the Most High, man, for all of our wickedness. You see, so don't get ahead of yourself thinking that you just got it like that, Esau, because you don't. And the Most High is about to prove it to you very soon by taking you out of power once and for all, man. Now it goes on to say, verse 19, but think not thou that takest in hand to strive against the Most High, that thou shalt escape unpunished. Hey, don't the scriptures tell you that? The Most High will not at all acquit the wicked. Don't they tell you in Amos 1:11 that for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, he will not turn away the punishment thereof? You see? Because of what he's done unto us Israelites, you devils are going to pay. And when we do finally come into these different situations that we know we're going to come into, we're going to stand in great boldness because we know and understand the Most High's will. We have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's going to embolden us greatly. You see? Because we know and understand how it plays out. You devils don't rule forever, man. You're going down as we speak. And as the Most High continues to throw this place into a complete state of chaos, it's going to embolden us even more because everything that we've been saying through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is playing out right around us. As we told you it would. You see, and it's all going to lead up to you devils being taken into captivity up under us when it's all said and done. And the Most High is going to pour his wrath upon you through his people. So you're not going to go unpunished. See, you're just doing everything that you need to do in this time to fulfill the Most High's will. And once that is complete, it's over for you. Verse 20 says what? But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she buried with a good courage, because the Most High put the Spirit upon her, because of the hope that she had in the Lord. So this woman was a believer, man. And she endured seeing all that because the hope she had. Because she knew it wasn't over. She knew what the Most High promised our family, man. And now we understand it. So we have a burning hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. A lively hope. You see? Verse 21 says what? Yeah, she exalted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them, I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again. As ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake, because what? They made their body a living sacrifice, and that's what we're doing now. Not regarding ourselves, but we're out here to do what? Glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 24 says what? Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised, and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, whilst the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and a happy man, if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. It's trying to bribe, man. We don't want nothing from you, Edomites, man. We don't want nothing from you. There's nothing that you can offer us to what? To get us to forsake our faith, man. That's the spirit we gotta be in, because Esau's gonna come with some shit. All type of offers, all type of bags and whatever. But our mission is to what? To be brought into that kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. What the hell are you gonna take a bag for to continue on in Esau's wicked ass kingdom just for a little while longer, knowing and understanding that this place is gonna be destroyed? Once again, these devils have nothing to offer us, man, because ultimately they're not in control, and we're coming into our glory anyway, as the Most High's promised. So what can Esau offer us? Not a damn thing, man. You see? Verse 25 says what? But when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. See, and that's what these devils don't understand. They really think our life means something to us on this side, man, and it doesn't. This is not life. This is not living. Working a fucking 9 to 5, living paycheck to paycheck, having your fucking check taxed 30% before you even get it. You see, having body issues, financial troubles. You see, health failing. You can't have a real family. You can't have any authority in your household as a man. And you think that we gonna forsake our faith to continue on in this bullshit? You see, our hope is outside of this place, man. You see? Save our life for what? What life? What life are we saving? So we can continue to walk around here, eat this defiled ass food, and live around these fucking degenerates for the rest of the time? No, man. This is not life. But these are the type of things that we're going to have to face in the times we're coming into. And those who don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, they're going to succumb to it, man. You see, because they don't see anything outside of America. And that's why it tells you that where there's no vision, the people perish. And that's why the rebels of our people are going to what? They're going to fall, man. Excuse me. So it goes on to say, there's a few more. It goes on to say, verse 26. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised that she would counsel her son. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner: O my son, have pity upon me, that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that the Most High made them of things that were not. And so was mankind made likewise. Exactly. This is what we're telling these devils, man. You fucking devils are no gods. You're not in control. You see? You only put in fear those who don't know Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. We know our power has created all these things around us, man. So Esau is down here on the earth acting like the earth belongs to him. No, nigga. You see? All this is of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And what we're witnessing play out is the Most High's will. And according to the Most High's will, you devils fall. And we're coming into rulership next. So why the fuck would we bow the knee to you? You're no God. You're the lowest form of man on the planet Earth. You see? So you got everybody else to see with that madness of you being this great white hope or whatever. See, but those that the Most High is giving the eye salve to, we see through you motherfuckers now, man. We know exactly who you are. The scum of the earth, man. Complete lowlives, man. Every single last Edomite man, woman, and child. So why in the hell would we bow our knee to you? You're nobody. You belong to us. You are our servants, man. The elder shall serve the younger. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is in control of this. The God, our God, man. The God of our fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he's promised to give us the entire creation for our possession. All we have to continue to do is do what? Be obedient to his will, man. And that's what we plan to do. Verse 29 says what? Fear, and she goes on to say what? Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. There it is, because she understood reincarnation. It is never the end for an Israelite, man. You see? Verse 30 says what? While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto us, given unto our fathers by Moses. And thou, that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shall not escape the hands of the Most High. And that's what we're telling you, devils. Don't, hey, your judgment is coming. This is the boldness that we have to stand in these days we're coming into, man. As they try to come and persecute us for righteousness' sake, we have to stand in great boldness, man. Because we've done nothing wrong. We've done exactly what the Most High has created us to do as his people. We're following the orders and commands of the Most High, man. Being obedient to the Most High's will. You see, but in the world of these wicked ass heathen, they want to act like we're the problem. No, man, we haven't done. We've done what the Almighty, through His Son Yahweh Shai, has told us to do. So we have nothing to be ashamed about. We have nothing to be embarrassed of. We're following the proper protocol, man. You see? So just stand in boldness, man, and know and understand these devils are going to pay. They're not going to escape. Verse 32 says what? For we suffer because of our sins. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. And this is the time we're living in now. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is being made one with his servants here in these last days through his son Yahweh Shai. And we're going to be brought into the fullness of that once Yahweh Shai returns to save us and bring us into the fullness of that second covenant, causing the Most High to be able to dwell in the midst of us again, man. You see, as we're taken away from this wicked flesh, as we'll be able to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments in perfection. This is what the Most High wants. And the heathen, especially Esau, he's trying to stand in the way of that, man. But there's nothing that he can do to stop it. Verse 34 goes on to say what? But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, Be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of the Most High. Exactly. You see, hey, you putting your hands on the servants of the Lord. Hey, don't. What does the scripture tell you? Touch not mine anointing and do my prophets no harm. You see, you coming up against the servants of the Lord, man, is not some light thing. Shit, what you done to the Israelites, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians is not a light thing. So if that's the case, imagine what type of offense the Most High takes to you touching his elect. You see? Verse 35 says what? For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty Power, who seeth all things. For our brethren, who now have suffered a short pain, are dead under the Most High's covenant of everlasting life. Whew. But thou, through the judgment of the Most High, shalt receive just punishment for thy pride. And this is what's coming upon all the Edomites eventually. And we know this Antiochus, what happened? The Most High caused this nigga to get worms, man, and he rotted from the inside out. You see? Verse 37 says what? But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching the Most High, that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou, by torments and plagues, mayest confess that he is the Most High alone. And that brother prophesied, because that's exactly what ended up happening with Antiochus, man. He fell up, he got them damn worms so bad he couldn't even stand up on his own. And then, you see, it got to the point to where he started to confess, I'm going to go do this for the Israelites, and I do want to pronounce that the God of heaven is the one true living God, the God of the Israelites. Nah, nigga, it's too late. So what that brother said right here, it came to pass eventually at the time of Antiochus being eaten alive by the worms, man. You see? And that was a punishment for his pride. So it goes on to say, verse 38, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon our nation, may cease. Then the king, being in a rage, handled him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord. And that's what we're looking to do if we find ourselves in a situation having to be a martyr for this truth. Trust in the Lord through it all, man, even unto death. And like Yahweh promised us in Revelation 2:10, he will give us a crown of life, man. You see? Now it goes on to say, last of all, after the sons, the mother died. Let this be enough now to have spoken concerning the idolatrous feast and extreme tortures. And this is what comes with serving the Lord, man. And like I was saying last night in the video I did last night, any one of us can find ourselves in this situation. You see? Any one of us. But it's all good. We know and understand that if we do find ourselves in this situation, trust in the Lord and believe, and man, and the Most High will give us the strength to endure. You see? So I just wanted to bring it out real quick, man. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal.